Today, everybody, we've got Ann Bailey coming back for her second appearance on the
Whoop,
Bodacious
whoop.
Exchange.
Yeah.
She is here for a follow up on episode 4 of our podcast. That would be hashtag free Britney. So we are pumped to have Ann back on to give us a little
Man,
update on
crazy to
what's going
hear.
on.
Crazy to
Yes,
hear all that's
yes.
going on with that story, man. Woof.
Yeah, it
Thank
is.
you
It
for
is.
having
It
me.
is nuts. But yeah, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
What
I'm excited.
what is new with Britney Spears? What is going on with her these days in this conservatorship that she's in?
It's weird. I'm going to do a quick little recap just in case anyone has been living under a rock. But so her conservatorship happened in like 2007, 2008 when she had like all of her infamous breakdowns, like shaving her head and like attacking a paparazzi with her umbrella, which is still funny. Um,
She had to go to a psychiatric hospital twice for mental health evaluation in
she
2008.
completed a stay. It's insane. So her dad Jamie has control over like how she spends her money, her estate, and
Yeah. So I was
stuff.
completely didn't know any of this. So basically their argument is that in 2008 when she starts to have the public mental health issues,
like just losing it.
Her whole family was kind of in agreement at the time that, hey, somebody needs to step in and have some control here so she's not going off the rails and just like blowing all of her money or giving it all away. Like, we're looking out for her future to protect her during this brief period. So we want to take over as the conservators of all of her belongings. They make her decisions on like all sorts of different crazy things. Like, they have a lot of control over what she can do, where she can perform, where she can go, like who she can talk to, like
leaving the house, like if she can leave the house or leave the state, like, and the dad it's set up in multiple states now. So
yeah, that was one of the recent things.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the story really picked back up recently, is her dad, who has for almost over a decade now been in control of so much of her life,
12 years,
requesting that not only can he do that in California, but they want to add 3 more states to it. They're trying to take even more control. Do you know how that works, Ann? I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just trying to kind of
over here just not letting me talk at all. I'm saying, actually, we left off at her dad, her mom, her sister. Actually, her mom is trying to join. That's part of the update. Her mom is trying to join her trustees, but her sister was just made a trustee in her thing. So that's good, because her sister and her mom are both like, she needs control over her life. Like, her mom's quoted just supporting her, gaining control in her life again, as well as like understanding, like, Britney understands that her psychological issues and mental illness stuff gets heightened the more she spends money, and it kind of like correlates. Like, the more she spends and gets out of control with her money, the more her mental health declines. So
more money,
but
more
her
problems.
mom understands. Yeah. But her mom understands. I mean, I don't think she really like, I can't imagine like just having that much money and being a child star. Like, you don't really know how to manage it. Like, you're not taught like the basic stuff. And plus, everyone around you, usually, like her dad, is trying to get all of this money so he can have basically. So if Britney dies right now, her dad is the person who gets to control how much of it goes to her sons, and like how her estate is split up, which is kind of messed up. But that doesn't make any sense. But whatever. So her mom and her dad, and the dad and the mom are divorced, just so we know, because her mom is like, this guy's not good. Which I can't say that she doesn't think that the dad's good, but like, they're divorced now, so that's all I'm saying.
One of the big issues when they tried to push back against the conservatorship last year, I believe, was stemmed from her dad getting in an altercation with her son. Is that correct? What happened there?
Well, that's like one of the reasons. I can't remember the details on that one, but he did. There's like charges. They filed charges, and now the kid it has to be supervised around the dad, basically. Like they don't trust the dad around the kid.
Do we know how old the kid is?
So in 2019,
actually, hold on. Let me see
he was accused of abusing her 14-year-old son, Sean. So
Yeah,
since the accusations, he stepped down as the primary conservator.
No, because he had
with
health
her manager,
issues.
with her care manager take over.
Okay.
No, he was in control of everything, but he only got stepped down, and he was replaced by what's her name? Jody Montgomery. And she took over temporarily because he was having a lot of health issues and was like out of commission for a little bit. So this lady took over, and Britney actually wants her to continue in that role. Like she doesn't mind the conservatorship that much, I don't think. I mean, it's weird, but she wants to be able to make decisions about what career choices she can pursue, or like opportunities like videos, concerts and tours are the same, but you know what I mean? Like all of this stuff, like photo shoots, perfume, like what any business venture she can't do it unless they have the say in it. Like her dad basically has a say in everything. That's right now, it recently came out, her lawyer, Sam, said that she's afraid of her dad. And if he continues to be, the head person, that she's just not going to perform again, which I'm not happy about. Like, get him out of here. Like, I don't want Britney to go away. She won't do anything. She's like, I'm not like, it's like a little protest. Like, look, if you're still going to be here, like, no, I'm not doing anything, which I think it's a conflict of interest in general to have like your parent manage you, because that puts both of you in an awkward situation. Like there should be a third party person that's kind of helping. Yeah, because I mean, the dad just wants the money. Basically, he just comes off as this big asshole. So
it seems kind of like the care manager lady was trying to fill that role, but things have gotten kind of muddled there. So it was the dad was the sole conservator, and then the dad stepped down because of the issue with his health and with her son. Like, so then her care manager took over as the sole conservator, and then they added the dad back on as a co-conservator, and the issue now is the main trying to remove him.
Like he stepped down just for a little bit. And then this lady filled in as a sub. Like it's right, because it's not just him. They have a whole team, a consecutive team. He's the main guy. But what they're trying to do is get him out. And then like the mom's trying to get on it, and the sister's trying to get on it. But really because Britney's not against it, because she understands like her mental health isn't the greatest, and some things she doesn't know. Like,
so yeah, it kind of sounds like the father is
just an asshole.
Since he's in control, now there are other family members and people in her life that are trying to gain access or more control. Seems like they just want to get him out, and that he's been the problem the entire time, right? Yeah,
basically, because I mean, he's just all I want to do is just call him an asshole, because he is an asshole. Like her brother Brian Spears said that, he came out in a rare interview that said that like at the beginning it was necessary, like the breakdown, it helped, and then it kept getting extended, and then like he's like, I'm not, like, I wouldn't want someone to control my whole life. Like I totally understand, like she's. And he talked about how she talks about not wanting to be in it anymore. Like, because she kind of wants to go, and I took notes. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Because Britney is voluntarily in the conservatorship, but wants to gradually take over her life again, especially having power, to pursue stuff. And then just being able to work with people that have her best interests in part, best interest in mind, not in part, but it's like, she's like, like they're not working with her. He's basically like, no, my say is final. Like I get to control your money. I get to control your career, what you do in your personal life. And that's about it. Like it's crazy. Like he's the worst.
Yeah, it has definitely provoked a lot of interesting Instagram videos. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's so
Some
like
of these
the dance
dancing,
videos.
they're
And
disturbing, actually.
I know. I don't want to say anything because like I'm sure she's going through a rough time, but they're weird. Like they're weird.
They are. They are. Let me see if I can find one. Actually, go ahead. I'm gonna be searching in the
The
background
recent
here.
ones. I think
Yeah.
that's all for the updates because I know that she's trying to get a good legal counsel so that she can have someone, because her dad keeps and his legal team keeps petitioning to get her to come testify in person, but since she's afraid of her dad, she doesn't want to go in person. So she's trying to, like, basically her dad's trying to block right now her getting her own legal team and people around her so that she doesn't have, like, how do I put that? Like she can't, like, so her dad can just destroy her basically. So because if she has a team of people around her that are like awesome, she's going to have a fighting chance, maybe getting her life back. But they're really like, he's not trying to do any of that. She's trying to be represented fully by her legal team.
Yeah. Have there been any more crazy conspiracy stories behind some of the pictures? I think you showed us in the past. I'm looking at one of her videos now. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, it's just so far, it's just been all the weird like dance videos. I haven't seen anything that's been like she's pointing to help or since all that.
I thought she had a really weird one recently that you showed me.
There's one if you want, let's see why does it not say 18 hours ago actually she just posted.
Yeah, with like a white top or something.
Yeah, I'll share the screen real quick and we can take a look at this.
Yeah.
Hold on one second here.
Yes.
What song is playing?
I don't know.
It's like a weird, I want to say it's Lana Del Rey. I'm going to pull up her Instagram right now and see if I can.
But basically, she does videos like this where like she'll put something weird in the caption or like she'll mouth something at the end and she'll say like, there's like a whole rabbit hole of like subliminal messages in Britney Spears social media posts. It's
they're
crazy.
So crazy.
But I just want to really quick, because I'm kind of dumb with this. I had never heard of a conservatorship before this. So I'm kind of still trying to wrap my mind around just exactly what's happening. So I wanted to give a brief summary and just see if I've got it right.
Okay. Yeah.
So the most recent thing that happened, her dad is making the decisions, and he says that she's not ready to take control of her life or her finances, so he needs to be making these decisions for her. She is trying to get her less of just him and more of him and some of her managers and lawyers on like a council to do it instead of just him, and just they were actually trying to remove him completely and just have her team calling the shots. So the recent ruling, the judge decided that we're not going to remove the dad, but we will give you some co-conservators, and we're going to rule on it again in December. That's kind of where it stands now.
Yes, but at the end, I just went blank for a second. Wait.
But basically, like the rest of her family is kind of starting to speak out too. Like, hey, like they were all on board at first, and even she understands that at the time, at least, she wasn't, and even now, she's not most capable to make these decisions. So she doesn't mind that there is a conservatorship if it's people that she likes. She just doesn't want it to be her dad anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know the details of their relationship, but I know that she's like, all I know is what her lawyer said, that she's scared of him.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. She refuses to just talk to him, and she's not performing at all. She says she's afraid of him. Obviously, last year there was an altercation between the dad and her 14-year-old son. Like,
which is so weird. Like, seriously,
whooping up on a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
What a freak.
And I know the sister and the mom are going to be like speaking out about it more. I think the brother, that was just a random time, because I know he doesn't really like talking to the media or anything. But it's crazy. I can't imagine. Like,
it is. Yeah. I mean, it's sad to see everything go down the way it is. I mean, especially people who grew up, listening to Britney Spears and kind of seeing her rise to just, worldwide popularity. And, she really is a superstar. It's sad, and I'm wondering if there's going to be, because there's already so much attention on this, I wonder if there's ever going to be like an outside investigation. I'm almost shocked that a family member hasn't hired someone to, like some sort of private investigator to really look into the inner workings, or at least her inner circle, which seems to be pretty small and family oriented. But it doesn't seem like she's in too good of a place mentally. So
no. But I will say, I almost forgot about this, because I feel like they were listening to the last one, that episode 4, when we were talking about this, because she has posted Instagram stories, but they're weird Instagram stories. They're like old videos of her working out or something. So it's like they're kind of staged, like, oh, look, I'm posting on my story. It didn't get taken down, but it's just generic pictures or videos that I feel like either were old of her Instagram or old it was weird. It was just weird. And she didn't do a live. I think she went live on accident on Sam's, but that's not an update that happened before. But anyways, that's weird. Like, they heard us talking about it and they're like, oh no, we got to post on her story.
It's interesting too, because they could her team, or whoever's in control, obviously her father, and I'm sure she has or he has other people controlling her social media. They could simply just monitor the videos, change the password, not allow her to access her own account. But if she's in such a crazy mental state, I'm actually surprised she hasn't launched her own account where she does know all the login and passwords, only assuming that she doesn't currently. But I'm surprised it's not more messy. It seems very messy, but not a lot is getting out, I feel like.
Yeah. I know there was at one point where people speculated that she made a Tumblr account. Where she was speaking out, but that was improved. And so I'm like, I don't know how credible that is, because I think people just are like, I mean, why don't you just do this? But I don't know. I don't know if she would do that. Or do you think that she is? I feel like they're watching everything that she does. So maybe she can't even, like, if they're like monitoring her computer or something, like.
Yeah, because that makes me think also. Yeah, exactly.
That's
it's
weird.
Like, well, she has to have a phone, right? And they're not going to throw her with some phone that can't have applications on it. I mean, what are they giving her, right? So if she has access to a smartphone, she has to be able to have access to download anything and everything that she would want. Yeah, very, very, very interesting.
Well,
almost
I think that
looking at her Instagram, really.
I think the issue on those lines is it's not that they want to prevent her by removing the phone. They have ownership of everything in her life. So they like, oh, you want to make an Instagram account and try to talk about this? Well, you don't get to see your kids anymore. Like, they own all those decisions.
You wanted to go to the beach. I guess you're not going to the beach this weekend.
Oh, you didn't meet me for lunch? Oh, your husband has sole ownership of your kids now. Because it says here, one of her big points of contention recently is that, so her ex, K-Fed, has 70% custody and she's only got 30% custody. So her kids are 15 and 14 years old at this point. That's kind of weird to me that she would argue over something like, it's not like she never gets to see them. And I mean, they're only 4 years away from being 18. I don't know. That's kind of weird. That's weird that would be a reason for things to flare up so badly last year.
Well, I feel
there's a lot more to the story that's not out there. That's what I think.
She may have had more. Maybe she had more before, and like, I'm like, was it the thing happening with her dad? Maybe that made it like if he's around, she gets less custody. Maybe, and she's like, I don't know. You're not in your right mind if you attack a kid. Like, you're a grown ass adult, and you're going after like a 14-year-old kid. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
It's weird.
That is pretty interesting. Wow. Well, things seem like they are continuing on the strange, awkward, and interesting path that they have been traveling on thus far. So,
it got continued to 2021. So there'll be plenty of updates.
Have you had anybody reach out, or have you been reaching out in the hashtag Free Britney movement in any way, or would you like to talk about that at all to any of the followers? I know we got a few comments from people that are avid followers of the hashtag Free Britney movement the last time we posted something.
I have just been on Harper Bazaar, and like we were on Women's Health looking this up. So looking at articles, and when I want to find out more of the juicy stuff, I just go on Free Britney TikTok and just kind of watch the videos on that when I want to hear like the conspiracy stuff. But I don't think I look at anyone in particular.
Okay.
To talk about it, because I have so many people who are talking about it right now. I mean, even like Paris Hilton, like Miley Cyrus, old backup dancers for Britney, and like I feel like it's just such a hot topic right now. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah,
I am definitely not a pro. I don't know everything.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, even being, just an avid fan and someone who cares. I mean, it's definitely a hot topic. So we wanted to cover it again for sure and get an update. Yeah. And, the last video that we posted did pretty well in terms of, the productivity of all of our videos. And so, yeah, we definitely wanted to, have you back on. Any more info or juicy stuff we should know about?
There's a lot of juicy stuff going on in pop culture right now. I don't think this was recent, but I came across this the other day and I thought it was wild. So I'm going to add it. She danced to a song by Justin Bieber, or not Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. And Justin Timberlake responded with like laughing emojis. Like her caption was something like, oh, Justin, like we have like a rough past, but you can't, like, he's a genius. You can't deny that. And it was funny because one of the first times she's actually acknowledged since their breakup that they like have history. And then she was like, I know that he probably hates me, but his music is awesome.
That's a clear-cut winner and a loser in that breakup right there.
Yeah, it's funny because every time I picture Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears together, the only image that pops up in my mind, or the first one at least, is them both wearing the denim outfits on the red.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The same thing. Yeah,
it's just like in my mind.
His hair back then was the best.
Oh man, you gotta frost the tips and spike it up, baby.
Had that ramen noodles. They were like ramen noodles on his head. Yeah. Oh my gosh, throwback.
Oh y'all.
If they did a collab, I would die. That would be awesome.
Look at this man.
Here we go.
The classic denim.
So again, anytime I hear Justin and Britney, this is the image that instantly pops into my memory.
You could
Yeah,
tell it was
it's
his
so
idea.
great.
Like he's loving it, and she's like, "This son of a bitch, dude! Like,
Yeah,
what do you
she's like,
got me
Oh
out
my
here
"This
in denim?
sucks."
Like,
The
He's-
cowboy hat is also denim.
Yeah,
look at that
Like,
face. Like,
I was about to
mm.
say he's probably in the mirror. Babe, check out my hat. Look at it matches the fit. All denim.
oh my god, that is so.
Oh,
I love it.
it.
Great. So funny. So funny.
Career
Well, awesome.
trajectories
Yeah.
completely opposite after that pick. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for for coming back on the Bodacious Exchange here, giving us some
Yes.
bodacious info on hashtag free Britney, Britney Spears action today. We definitely appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me, and also for not minding being pushed back because Mac's struggling.
Shouts out to Mac the dog. Hoping Mac feels better. Thanks again, and we look forward to having you back on to talk about some more hashtag free Britney and get some more juicy details on that and other pop culture topics we're going to cover later.
Oh yes, maybe Taylor Swift. I don't know.
T Swift. That's a big one. Yeah. So wanted to give a huge shout out to all of our followers.
Thank you.
Yes, Keith just let me know not long ago we hit 1,000 views. So now we're over 1,000 views, and that's with all of our videos compiled together, of course, but still 1,000 is 1,000. We just started this, more for fun, but obviously we do take it serious. And now as we're getting better, hopefully, let us know at home if you think we are getting better or we're just getting worse. It's a possibility. But yeah, just let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you think, any topics to cover. But definitely just wanted to give a huge shout out to you. Thank you. We appreciate you listening. We are going to have some awesome guests ahead. We're talking about some pro athletes, maybe an actor or two, maybe a musician. Who knows? We've been reaching out, so definitely stay tuned for that. We just launched our Instagram too, which is news. We have kind of slowly launched our social media again. Wanted to just get really, really good at what we do, and us both being new at this. So we are gradually gaining our followers. We're over like 200 on Facebook. Nothing to go crazy about, but we do appreciate each and every one. So quick shout out to them. To you,
over 1,000 views on the YouTube page and almost to 200 viewing hours now. So,
Wow.
Thank you for everyone for sticking with us.